Hey team, this is Nathan from RunDreamAchieve.com. Today's topic is a question I get often from athletes. I've been asked this question when I was in high school, when I was in college, numerous times, and that is how to run faster and longer in a week. And I always get it's comical at times because you can't run faster and longer in a week. The biggest problem most of us have, including myself when I was competing, is we want results fast. We want to become great at what we do quickly. And who doesn't want quick results? The good news is you definitely can run faster and longer. But in a matter of a few days, in a matter of 7 days, running faster and longer in 7 days or a week is extremely unrealistic. You have to be, you have to have a long-term approach. You have to have a belief in delayed gratification. The best athletes that I've competed against and trained with, and I'm talking world-class athletes, Olympians that I've trained with and lived with, even the Kenyan athletes that I've been beaten by and that I've outrun over the years, have this trait. So the key things to improve and to run faster and longer is sustained action. Whether you're training for the mile or the marathon distance, if you're willing to put in the work for a consistent amount of time, I'm not talking about in a week, I'm talking about in several months, several years, consistent action will get you to the point where you are surpassing what you want to do as an athlete. Maybe your goal is to break 45 minutes for a 10K. If you're consistent enough and you don't let up, and you have that belief in delayed gratification, you're willing to put in the work on a consistent basis long enough so that you can reach the goals that you want to achieve. If you have that tenacity that all great middle to long distance runners have, which I know you do, otherwise you wouldn't even be here, you're going to surpass what you want to do. You're going to go well below 45 minutes for a 10K. Or maybe you want to break a 3-hour marathon. Maybe you're at 3:20 right now for the marathon, and you dream about running a 2:55 or maybe a 2:50. It's not going to, improving and running faster and longer, it's very difficult to achieve those types of goals in a matter of 1 week, in a matter of 7 days. Now, granted, there are things that you can do in a matter of 1 week to get you on the path to greatness, and that is writing down your goals. Not just thinking about what you want to do, but actually writing down what it is that you're seeking out. Okay, I want to break a 4-hour marathon. I want to do it in 16 weeks. I want to run this amount of mileage. I want to get my long run lengthened out to this distance. I want to run this percentage of my long run at a faster pace, because I watch enough of RunDreamAchieve.com videos where I see that Nathan talks about the importance of varied pace long runs. I want to work on my speed. I know that only, we as middle to long distance runners only have so much physiological capability. So you have to work on, especially if your body's more suited for longer races, you have more slow twitch muscle fibers as opposed to fast twitch muscle fibers like a sprinter, like a 200 meter to 400 meter athlete. You have to focus on what it is, what do I have to do over a long enough period of time to improve upon those weak areas that I have. Maybe you don't have a great deal of overall leg speed. You can improve upon that if you're consistent enough and you work on this over several weeks in a very focused, zeroed in way. Again, it takes the guesswork out of your preparation when you have a training plan or a running course, or you're working with a professional coach that can help you and guide you into doing the things that can correct the flaws that you have, that can fix those leaks that you have in your training. Because if you keep doing the same thing over and over again, you are going to continue to get the same results. So you have to mix up what you're doing in training so that you get the highest return on your time investment. Training for middle to long distance races takes an enormous amount of time. So if you're going to do something right, you might as well do it right the first time, or at least minimize making the mistakes over and over again. So I think in a matter of days, improving your speed and running faster and longer over a matter of 1 week may be unrealistic, but you can do that over several weeks and several months and several years. More importantly, thinking about long term. You know, if you're a 4-hour marathoner and you want to break 3 hours, it might take you a decade to do that. You might be able to achieve it in a year. Maybe you're at 50 minutes for the 10K and you want to run a 35-minute 10K. You're not going to achieve those types of goals in a matter of 1 week. You know, and that's why it's very important to not put that stress on you, not that mental and physiological stress, to expect quick results in such a short amount of time. The best middle to long distance runners I've trained with over the years had that same trait, that tenacity, that willingness to put in the work longer than their competition. And they were willing to hurt more in training and hurt more in the race to be able to, you know, get to the finish line faster than their competition. You know, I use those same traits in my own preparation. You know, there were times where I didn't have athletes to push me in training. I didn't have somebody to hold me accountable to go out and put in, you know, 2 workouts in one day, or 2 workouts, or even 3 workouts in a day. I did that too. AM, afternoon, and evening workouts. You know, and so you have to have that tenacity, that grit and determination that I'm going to put in the work. I'm going to do whatever it takes to get what I want, and I'm going to pursue this with all my heart and soul. And so doing that, you know, improving and running faster and longer in 7 days is unrealistic. But in a matter of a few days, you can do the things to put you on that path to success. You can write your goals down in the matter of 7 days. You can start, you know, visualizing what you want to do, what races you want to race at. I mean, writing down your schedule for the year is something you can do in 7 days. You can start doing, you know, even in terms of workouts in a matter of 7 days to improve strength and stamina. You can start doing strides, you know, even in your first week of training. Strides are too short to build up any lactic acid. They range anywhere from 50 meters to 100 meters in length. So you can do that in the first week of your preparation. You can start doing strides, 5 to 6 100-meter strides. Don't go all out on these strides. You gradually want to speed up until around the last 10 to 20 meters of those strides, of a 100-meter stride. That can be all out. But doing that twice during that first week can start to help you get into that introduction of building that strength and stamina, because you're working on your overall leg speed, you're working on form, you're working on staying as relaxed as you can during very short but very fast acceleration drills like strides are. And then doing that on a consistent basis for a long period of time, several weeks, preferably 12 to 16 weeks if you're doing a build-up for, you know, say a mile to a marathon race. I prefer 16 weeks pretty much for all of my races, all race distances, but everybody's different. You know, I have training plans for 8 weeks, 12 weeks, and 16 weeks. So it just depends on, you know, how your schedule's set up and what your goals are and what race you're going for. But that's kind of the tough love in regards to being able to improve strength and stamina in 7 days. You won't be able to do that quickly, but you will be able to get significant results if you're willing to commit long enough. And so in a matter of 7 days, work on those things that you can control. You can control focusing on writing down your goals, deciding how long you want to train for your build-up, deciding what races you want to race, and start implementing strides. That's the first step. So I hope this video was helpful for you. I know it might not be the answer that you want in terms of getting a guaranteed ability to really improve drastically on your strength and speed in a matter of 1 week, but I hope what I've discussed here will help you. And definitely check out RunDreamAchieve.com. Check out the resources below this video. I have running training plans, running courses, monthly online coaching if you want to work with me one-on-one. Consultation calls if you just want to jump on a call with me for an hour and talk about your preparation, what you want to do, and what goals you have for yourself, and what you can do to correct what's been going wrong in the past. Those are all options there for you. So, and again, there's videos here too to help that are free to watch at any time. And definitely share these videos. It definitely helps more people see these videos, and like the video if you can as well. Helps with the YouTube algorithm and more athletes around the world to see these videos. So really appreciate your support. Hope this video was helpful for you. And if you have any other questions, concerns, leave me a comment below in the comment section. So I'll talk to you in the next video.